Good evening. How are you tonight? Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Angie, and this is Learn Love Tarot. I will be your spiritual stewardess this evening, bringing in messages for our best and highest good. And I'm just getting my table ready for y'all to join me. I thought, what the heck? I'll make this a third Friday Night Live in a row, and maybe we can make this a regular gig. So, I'll go ahead and get my setup going here. Thank you so much once again. And we're going to see where we go today. So the notes that you will see posted in the description box are my musings of the energy of the day. And we got a couple different songs. Hi, guys. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. And if you have not yet seen them, your timing is perfect. Absolutely. If you have not yet seen them, go ahead and use that link there in the description box. And when you open it, just try to look at just the one thing, the first thing that your eyes are drawn to. Let me know. Finally, Crystal, we got you on the right time in Australia. Let me know the first thing that you see there on those notes, because that's going to have a little extra flavor of a message for you, and understand that that's an intuitive hit for you, that there's something more in there. Okay. In there like swimwear, as we should say. So let's see where we're going. Our songs today, I had the Kings of Leon come back, and that is the Walls song, When the Walls Come Down. It's a pretty popular song, but if you've never heard it, do give it a time to give it a listen, because, it's just wonderful. I've seen them in concert a couple times, and they are fantastic live. And then in addition to that, as I was finishing my notes and really feeling a yin and yang of balance energy coming in, an emotional breakthrough with that 10:07 a.m. this morning with that Mars retrograde, sextiling the Uranus in Taurus. A sextile means that it's 60 degrees away. So if I've done a chart for you, that's just going to be 2 hops. So wherever you see the degrees of Mars, which if you look for 24 Cancer, look for the blue part of your chart, give it 2 hops towards Taurus, and that's what's called a sextile. And that means those energies are synergizing. They're synergizing together and become exponentially powerful. So it's always a good thing, right? Let's see where we're going. Hello to you too. Thank you guys so much. Miss Monique, Jonna, Judy, Crystal, Peggy, and Ed. I am so excited for you, Ed, that you got to see family in that way. That is a long time to wait, my friend. So, wow. Our number of the day, we have a life path 6 energy today, and here we have a 60. So not only is the life path energy of 6 here, we have the 0, which represents this divinity and support through spirit. Okay, so no matter what, this is an energy that is supportive of this 3 on either side. It's a 33 energy today when we add 1 for January plus 23 plus 9 for 2025, we get the master number 33. 3 plus 3 is a 6. So master 33 number, if you are a life path 33, you add the digits of your birth date up to get a 33. Let me know if you are one. And that means that that is a master teacher number. Okay. Enlightenment, fulfilling our highest potential. So if you think of 3 on each side of that Libra scale of justice, that is the body, mind, and spirit trinities, and that's 2 people, okay, or our own divine masculine and our own divine feminine energy, or yin and yang, all the same thing. And we get here a 60 on a 6 day. And this is called Watchers, transpersonal. So a transpersonal journey going on here. What? Now, on the bottom of the deck, I did also draw a little loop when I went back through because I got the leather and lace song when I was drawing the little yin and yang symbol. And all this time, big Eagles fan. I have almost every one of their albums, have a lot of Stevie Nicks as well. And I had no idea that was Don Henley, you guys. This time. Okay. But anyway, which, as much as I love music and vinyl, especially, I feel like I should have known that. I feel like I should have known it. So let's see what's going on here with this. At the bottom of the deck, right use of power, and it's an 8, that lemniscate energy that I was just talking about as far as balance on equal sides. Balancing our inner brings balance in the outer. Okay. And this one's called Crown Games. I have not pulled this card yet. This is my new deck from Christmas. So, right use of power. I wrote down today, we are breathing. Okay, because these about this afternoon here at 3:48, we had Mars and Cancer opposing the sister sign of Capricorn, and where our Mercury, our planet of communication, is sitting. So you've got action of Mars, but he's in retrograde and he's in water and he don't like it. He doesn't like the feelings. Mars is the planet of war. It's the planet of action. And he feels like feelings slow him down and feelings are a burden. But opposing Capricorn, those are both cardinal energies of leadership. Okay. And it's kind of like the architect of the home, that stage of the building. Whereas fixed signs are the doers. They take the plans that the cardinals give and they put everything in action. They build the house. And then mutable signs are the ones that come in and interior decorate. They're the punch list people that can see all the things that are still wrong with the house and make a list. I was 12 years in the building industry, so that's why I use that as a reference. So if you've ever built a house or just watched the stages, that's an easy way for people to understand that energy. So let me get into this here and see where we're going. Now, with that opposition, I wrote down they're both cardinal leader energies, and I had like a yes and no box. Breathe before deciding on the actual hill that you're willing to die on or stand on. Okay. Is it really that important? Is the box getting checked? Is the job getting done? Okay. Are the windows level? Yes. Does it matter what time of day they got leveled? No, that would be splitting hairs, right? So instead of splitting hairs and micromanaging, it would be an energy then about an hour and a half later, where the earth energy, so all the green sections of your chart, if I've created one for you, they're color coded. That energy is flowing. So all the green areas in your chart is flowing. And that's where I said, follow the rabbit down the hall to surprise, because we got Mercury, the planet of communication, in Capricorn, across the hallway on its teeter-totter, okay, from Taurus, which is in Uranus right now, or Uranus is in Taurus. So they're flowing, they're aiding each other. And sometimes, that trine is a lot easier than an opposition, right? Because sometimes an opposition, people, we push against that, and realizing that, hey, that opposition, there's a sister sign across the hallway for a reason, because they have something to show me and I have something to show them. What one has, the other lacks, and that's how we get the balance of the teeter-totter. Okay, so my feeling was that we should be following that rabbit down the hole to surprise instead of splitting their hairs and micromanaging. Take it for what you will. Hello. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Let's look up this 60 energy of the Watchers. And I think it's the first time I pulled this card too for y'all. So let's have a look see. Serendipity, serendipitous moments of balance. Okay. The observer or witness, and transpersonal. When watchers appear, it is an invitation to stop doing. Please get off the treadmill and take a deep breath. Find the witness within and and the one who can observe the fire and fury happening around you, but is not caught in any of the drama. We've been talking since, well, we did definitely Monday, but we've been talking about that since last week on the spiritual view. We're observing and not getting caught in the swirl of the drama, okay? This time is right currently to step back. If you have a thought or opinion, keep it to yourself. And I put breathe before deciding the hill you're going to stand or die on. If you have a feeling that needs to be expressed, do it in the shower. Do not engage with the action happening around you, simply observe. Watchers show up to direct your attention to the horizon and away from the anthill in front of you. Take in the long view. Others might think you are simply doing nothing, but let them know that you are helping the sun to set in the evening sky. There are bigger things to attend to. You have spent such a long time trying to correct the course of events and the actions of others. Let it be for a short while. As you become the observer rather than the doer, the watchers invite us to break free from the linear, casual pace of the day to day. Rise to the divine coincidence, to serendipity, and notice how the act of seeing the heart of the matter produces results. Things happen without you doing anything. Creation unfolds in its own mysterious way, requiring only a sacred witness. Okay, that's on page 120 and 121, just in case anybody wants to know that. So, right use of power. Okay, no matter what's going on around us, we can decide whether we're going to split hairs or whether we're going to follow and trust the rabbit down that rabbit hole that he's going down, because that's where surprise will be awaiting for us. Okay, so we're going to do an ACEs reading today with this lover's energy. So first I'm going to find out here just who our players are. Let me see what fire signs are showing up as. What are fire signs showing up as? Hey, Miss Cat, happy birthday, Kathy. Isn't it your birthday today? Did I get that correct? I think so. This is the shaman's, where did I have it? The Shaman's Dream Oracle. Okay. And then the deck I'm using here is my second to new deck, the Mystical Moments, but I only have the court cards because they include an extra feminine energy king for each of the elements. So I think that's pretty darn cool. Okay, so again, we've got a 60 and an 8. 8 and 6 is 14, which would be the energy of the puzzle piece, of that temperance energy, having a little bit of patience, observing rather than jumping right in. Okay, let's get the energy. What court card fire showing up as? Queen of Wands. How appropriate. We saw Queen of Wands show up last night as the theme, crossed by of Knight of Wands. That's a lot of fire, guys. What about for earth signs? Who are earth signs showing up here as? The Page of Wands. So we got lots of fire happening here, crossed by the King of Cups. What about, well, that was very fast, like swords are. What about the air signs? Feminine King of Swords. We're being quite literal here today. Still King of Cups there on the bottom, but that card was making sure it got out, boy. This is my truth. And water signs, Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Taking your time. There's, I don't know why I'm being pulled to the top hat. It kind of looks like a magician's hat to me here. Observing, that's where the magic is going to be. Okay. And we're following that rabbit hole down to surprise, allowing for the holes in the horse or the holes in the story to kind of come together. That's definitely a starry night there here connecting to this air energy. Now, with the Queen of Wands, I've already seen peacock feathers today. So that is like shaking our tail feather here, being very confident, understanding how to manifest. Okay. And then with our earth signs, definitely already. So earth signs, wherever that is located in your chart, those three life areas are going to be where we are taking careful observation, especially because we had Mercury trining Uranus, and those are in earth energies right now. So it's like, I'm really looking closely. I'm observing because I'm just going to allow my toucan Sam to lead me to my Fruit Loops. There's mushrooms back here. So the communication is very quiet, but it is there. Mushrooms are said to communicate the energy of the entire forest, and that's how they know. So the mushrooms up here can say when trouble's coming, so that communication goes all through the forest and that information gets there before whatever this hot mess express is coming through the forest. So earth signs, by really listening here and observing, you got this. Air signs. So in this deck, this is all about having a needle. Okay, creativity like the Queen of Wands instead of a sword, and plucking with purpose the stars from the sky, and she's sewing them into her dress because she is so sure about them. Okay, and then again, water signs, being more steadfast and a little bit, it's still a feminine energy. Pentacles and cups are the feminine energies, whereas wands and swords are masculine energies. So it looks like water here, you have the only feminine energy coming up as far as elements, crossed by another feminine element, Page of Cups. So we did see the King of Cups there on the bottom for a couple of those signs for earth and air. And then fire's all about that fire. But what I'm noticing first in the fire areas of your life here is holding on to that sunflower. I'm noticing first, that's like I asked you guys to do with my notes. The first thing I noticed was that she's holding on to this sunflower, which is a symbol for loyalty and loyalty to self. Shaking your tail feather, being proud of what you have accomplished. Look at me now. Okay, you getting some paper? Am I too old to say that? Whatever. It's okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I want to see what fire signs are thinking right now. So we're going to start there. There's a Six of Wands of Victory there on the bottom of the deck with my Souls on Fire deck. Hey, Kaylee, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Pshaw, Kathy. The event is happening right now. Happy dang birthday. That is the event. You were born, girl. That be enough. Oh my God, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Kaylee. Never too old. All right. Never too old apparently last night, and I didn't even realize it. I started talking about, transitions and, maturation of the body and all that kind of fun stuff. And I was joking about the elk and the antlers, and we had probably 6 different racks. That showed up. And I was like, that was like clearly a funny moment that I missed, because I was talking about, the girls upstairs, and then we had all those racks show up, and I did not even I missed the moment. I was like, duh. It was literally all about the Rex. Okay. Let's look here. Oh, and I forgot to write down. There was as I was drawing the walls, what walls are blocking your dreams, patterns, fears, beliefs, and ego. Um, if you're familiar with Gustav Klimt, I have a couple of different paintings, but my favorite one of all time is called The Kiss. And I was getting that information there, this like feeling of security, rather being scared of the devil, embracing it. So, setting down some burdens here. Are we fire in our fire areas of our chart? You're going to be looking at the orange areas color coded for the fire energies. There's that sun with the Two of Cups. Okay, the kiss much. Two of Cups energy. Three more shuffles and one. All right, let's go fire areas of your chart. So, just because your sun sign or your birthday is not a fire element, that does not mean there isn't anything in here for you. That means look at the Sagittarius, Leo, Aries portions of your chart, wherever those life areas are. This is going to be the advice that we can apply to those specific places. Okay. All right. So first out is going to be, let's see what wow, straight out the gate, lovers. And that is the energy of today. You just saw me do that big old cut of the deck. Okay. First one out is, what are we thinking here? We're thinking the worst here in those fire areas of your chart. So let's say, for example, that could definitely be literal if you're in California. What do you think is going on around you? You're like, yeah, there's fires, houses are falling. This is chaos. This is not fun energy to be dealing with. Okay. Shock, surprise. But it is, if I feel like with that lovers on the bottom, if we're following the rabbit hole down to surprise, okay, took a wrong turn and found surprise awaits. Uranus energy there with that, just because of the lightning bolt. So what you think is happening, you think it's a hot mess express. Okay. What actions do you think are happening? We're in a mode of learning. Fair enough. Okay. How do you feel right now in these areas of your chart? You're feeling abundant here. Okay. I'd say Queen of Wands if you're feeling pretty confident in those three life areas that houses for you. There's definitely opportunity here, something tangible in the 3D of time, money, energy, resources, talents, okay, assets. Coming back to talents, something that you can earn income for teaching, something you can teach others. Okay. Maybe you're teaching someone else how to be the watcher and the observer. Okay. Instead of, and how they can use their power and their fire correctly, and pause for the cause just for the moment and allow that. Just think about it first. Okay. Do we want to go deciding that this is the hill we're going to stand on, or can we breathe and just be like, let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes. All right. And the 3D reality, this is like taking a break here. We're healing some kind of Three of Swords. Maybe this is a lesson that you are helping somebody with this Hierophant energy. And we've got Scorpio energy here, what you think is happening around you in those life areas. Okay, let's look at the bottom of the deck. So what you think is happening could be this lover's energy. Maybe that is coming to some kind of a close, or you're just like, it's a hot mess right now, Ange. Okay, wow. Actions. What actions do you see happening around you, or are you taking? Hierophant crossed by the High Priestess. That is another couple Okay, that is a major arcana couple, FYI. So not only do we have the energy of today coming up here in the environment, we have the high priestess showing up too. I feel like I wrote down for 7:03 p.m. So in about another 30 minutes or plus or so, what is your knock it out of the park dream? And I said, consult your own high priestess. Okay, so the actions that we need to be taking here are what lessons have we learned from these previous towers? And have I consulted my own, checked in with the action towards my dreams lately? What about our feelings? We feel like these life areas and those fire areas of our chart, they're pretty good here. We're seeing tangible results, and there is a page of swords, and that kind of gives me the energy of, yeah, but if I'm asking about feelings, I feel like I'm fine, but around me, I'm dealing with children. maybe maybe you're a teacher and maybe that's literal, okay, especially if you have fire in your 10th house of career and public roles. But I was getting more of a feeling like please forgive the phrase, but I'm surrounded by idiots. That's what this kind of feels like here. Okay, take that for what it is, whatever that may mean for you. You need to consult it's like, this. You're just like, I'm not saying nothing because it is not worth my time. Now, if we're asking about cups, the page is the least capable of dealing with cups or emotions. Okay, so maybe you feel like, okay, I have so much and I've learned so much. If we're kind of throwing this all together here, I'm confident, and I don't really care if stuff gets blown up because there's no way this person's going to learn. Okay. Wow. If you're coming in as a Queen of Wands and Master Manifester, this feels like when it comes to cups and emotions, somebody around you is just slowing things down or bringing things to kind of like they've got just so much to still learn. It's a page trying to come in on a Queen of Wands, and that's going to frustrate anyone. In the 3D in the earth, in the 3D and the fire areas of your chart, we're taking a pause here, which is what we talked about, the watchers. We're going to observe, and this is exactly what this card is doing here. We're observing, especially if this tower had to do with some kind of Three of Swords. And we're just going to take a hot minute here to reach underneath us to grab that sword of truth. This might be even some kind of news, okay, about childhood, because we do see a mother-daughter energy or a mother-child energy there in that stained glass window. And that is crossed by wish fulfillment, Knight of Cups. Next to Page of Swords, though, you're like, I'm trying to recover, and they're so childish. They're like, what fire? What's going on? What do you mean? They're not getting it. Nine of Cups can be, ignorant to what everybody else needs because you're happy, right? So someone in your environmental energy, while you're healing, they're like, wait, what? What's wrong? They're just getting the memo. And you're like, I just stopped talking about it because it's obviously fallen on deaf ears here. I can't get over that Hierophant High Priestess with the lovers here too. This part, guys, with the cups and the 3D, hang on to what is going right now. Okay, and if this is a Page of Swords that's playing croquet and playing yard games while you're trying to set up household or reestablish some kind of household, you ain't got time for it. But maybe before we bite their head off, let's just observe, okay, a little bit more. Maybe we need to stockpile a little bit more of these pentacles, okay, because if you realize instead of, having 3 kids, or, if you have children still around, that partner is more like a 4th child because they're clueless and you're just tired of saying anything about it. This is definitely about a partnership. And there's the temperance energy of our 8 and 6 here. Patience and finding the missing puzzle piece. This could even be an out of the mouths of babes kind of energy that brings you an actual puzzle piece that you hadn't thought of, or is a piece of this story here so far. All right, we'll take that for what it is. We'll clarify later if we need to. Let's go ahead and have a look at our earth signs energy. I'm going to pull my earth deck for that I like to use. Hope you guys are having an amazing day today. Judgment is on the bottom of that pile, coming out of the dark and into the light on this pre-shuffle. On the split, 8 of Wands, fast communication or downloads from spirit here, possibly. All right, I'm going to cross you guys that way so I can still see yous. You like how I talk to my cards? That 8 of Wands could be leading us, that communication could be leading us to this 10 of Cups, or what we see as a 10 of Cups. When we focus on the heart and the love, the pentacles literally fall from the sky in this deck. Okay, what else we got going on here? Let's see. There's another 10 of Pentacles connected here, as well as an Emperor energy. They could be a bit stiff. This deck feels like it's like being forced to talk today. It doesn't normally feel like that. Okay. Maybe that's why you're just observing. Maybe you feel forced to talk, or you're just like, you know what? I'm not saying anything more, but my eyes are on you. Until you say something, I'm not doing nothing. Her mouth is closed as well here. So just keep following your own Fruit Loops wherever the earth portions of your chart are. Observing, that's right. Ace of Pentacles as well wanted to come out, as well as Angel of the Night. You've done enough work. 7 of Cups underneath that. Emotional fragmentation, feeling torn. King of Pentacles on the bottom. What else here, Spirit, for earth signs? Okay, mouths closed. The King of Pentacles is the King of Kings, or like we said last night, the senior of the 4. Senior of the group. Okay, we're ready to go here with our swords. What do you think is going on? You're like, I'm out of here. I'm following my passion. You think that, look at that, fire and fire. And what you're being shown is, you know what? This is very fast energy. And if you think there's a Knight of Pentacles, or excuse me, a Knight of Wands in the midst, the opposite of Knight of Wands would be the Knight of Pentacles, because again, masculine, feminine energies, one is very, very fast, one is very, very slow. So that's throwing things off balance, because you're like, okay, Sybil, which one should I believe? What's the correct energy I'm supposed to be looking at here? 2 of Swords. There you go. Well, I was just about to go follow my own dang happiness, and here comes in this floating sailor that's unconscious. You're dealing with someone here that's unconscious, there for a good time, not a long time, perhaps. You're feeling, you're thinking that this can't be trusted. And 2 of Swords can be willful blindness, like, I don't want to have to make this choice. But this is a crossroads here right now, wherever that is located in your chart, especially if you've got fire in that 5th house of romance and pleasure, or in the 7th house of committed partnerships, for example. Underneath that, yeah, committed partnerships. 3 of Pentacles, something that started new. There is that Page of Swords again, there in the bottom of the deck. What about for actions here? What actions are earth signs taking here? New start. What do we say? Okay. You are just like, this is not a stuck point, guys. It's just a decision. This is, are we going to use our energy and continue to go towards our own happiness? Okay. She's holding that conch shell. She knows her truth. She knows what she's communicated in her wishes. And then here comes the floater. Here comes the floater. Okay. Why did I say three? Why is there a three? Four of Wands on the bottom here as far as actions. This is a new start here, a leap of faith, moving from one point of life to another. This rendition of the Four of Wands is really interesting to me because it's so not at all traditional. There's like a giant, what are those things in the ocean that sting you? Jellyfish next to her. She's got like a half star crown on. The light is shining on her, like we see here in the Knight of Wands. And it's like you're being pulled. Yeah. You're being pulled somewhere else because you're bored, whatever this environmental energy is of this Four of Wands is commitment of any kind, whatever label you put on it. But with the Fool coming out, this is leaving this behind here, and you ain't bothered by any foolishness. I mean, that's the epitome of I ain't bothered. As a matter of fact, it's pretty boring. Okay. I'll take that Empress energy. Underneath that, Ten of Swords, Page of Swords. I don't care. This is ding dong, dead, over and done with. And a little bit of Tower energy with that Page of Swords. I don't care because I got to blow this up once and for all. What about for earth parts of our chart as far as cups? Where are our emotions right now in those life areas? Please and thank you. Hey, Venus, how are you? Thanks for being here. There's Miss Peg. Thanks, you guys. Everybody say happy birthday to Miss Kathy. That was so cool last night, Kathy, when I was talking about UK Kathy and about the pigeons and mixing you up with UK Kathy, and then that dang or that dove, and then that dove flew out. So cool. Oh my gosh, those things are really cool to me anyway. Cups. Yeah, this was actually the astrology answers card of the day. Eight of Cups, walking away from what no longer serves us emotionally. This does not fill our cups. In order to get to Nine of Cups, like the fire energies, right? We have to leave the eight broken ones behind us. Environmental energy here, yeah, and heal. We've got double Four of Swords here, healing energy. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. We can't rush that aspect. It's not something to rush through, because if we skip over parts, they're just gonna come back, and then we kind of find ourselves making a new foundation and having to start over anywho. Okay. Oh boy, this. Hey, AD, how are you? Let's look at, we are on Earth energies here of your chart, and we're looking at the Pentacles now. What's going on in the 3D? Yeah. Again, with that, this is my Ophelia card. If you haven't ever listened to the song Ophelia by Natalie Merchant, the video is delightful because it's a literal depiction of the song. Ophelia was many different things. It's like the artist or the director, or when she wrote the song, she was talking about different lifetimes and the different meat suits that we incarnate into, right? To try to live up to our souls or our hero's journey. And the Ten of Swords is again the ding dong end, as what we saw there in the pre-shuffle. And 1 plus 0 goes back and resets to the Ace of Swords. So just making sure here in the 3D, guys, we had the floater, right? And don't you be the floater. Like, let them walk on by, float on by, because you got places to be. You got places to be here. What's on the bottom of that? King of Pentacles. Okay. This is very in the now energy. That would be Taurus energy. There's a surprise here waiting. Taurus energy. It's behind in that red towards the red castle. Okay. When we stop, when we slow down and heal and we're focusing on cups and leaving behind what does not serve us, filling our own cup brings our high priestess online, matching up over here with the fire energies. And we take a wrong turn and find surprise awaits. And then the pentacles just fall from the sky. People appear. Our luck starts increasing. No such thing as luck. Our energy just starts to change because we're truly letting this energy of betrayal go. And the regular, traditional Rider-Waite deck, that's why we see the sun rising on the 10 of Swords. Okay. That is a release of energy. Like in the Mermaid Tarot, we see the spirit coming up out of the body. This is something that's already done. There's no coming back from this. And we don't want to stay here floating around hoping the floater's going to float back in. No way, Jose. No, we ain't doing that, because look what's waiting if we have this surprise. So we need to turn that into our sword of truth here. Okay, guys? And you already know, Tit. You already know. Yeah, and I know. I need to fill my own cup. Okay, Queen of Cups. All right. Let me know if you redheads out there. Okay, let's go into our swords energy. So this is my air deck. This is my Houston deck. I love it. I almost didn't buy it because I thought it was so creepy. Emperor energy there on the bottom. Man, okay. Wherever the air parts of your chart are, if you had it made by me, those are purple to denote air. So have a look at your Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini sections of your chart if you have a computer generated chart, for example. Okay, liking this. We got a huzzah energy here on the bottom of the deck before the cut. Okay. Another Queen of Cups. So filling our own heart's cup, because remember, you in those air signs of your chart, wherever those areas are for you, you have no problem creating and plucking those wishes and sowing. This is part of who you are. Okay. And definitely generated here by an energy. This is the most love in the entire deck in your environment. Okay. So air signs. Well, now we are in Aquarius season. So use that sun's energy. Now, wherever the sun is, guys, always listen to those readings. Don't timestamps drive me crazy, because that's not how energy works. But I get the time issue. We don't have time to hold our chart and go all the way around. But know that during Aquarius season, you should be listening to Aquarian readings, okay? Because that's going to flavor all of us, because it's the energy of the sun. All right, what's going on? What do you think is happening? Maybe you feel like, and some people are talking about you. Page of Swords. This has come out for every single element so far. Maybe you think that you're on an island of your own. Maybe you think that you're being observed instead of being the observer. Or air signs. This is you going, I'm the Page of Swords, and the environmental energy is Queen of Cups. You're listening for and looking for signs of, you're researching here. You're like, I am observing, Ange. That's what the Page of Swords does. It's the freshman of the group. What you think is going on, you're not quite sure yet. And you're listening here. You got your listening ear open. You might think that you're all alone on this island of one. I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe this is simply I'm listening to my intuition because I know that I do not pour from an empty cup. Let's keep going on the top here. What actions here are we taking in the air signs of our chart? Five of Cups. So this is a very interesting Five of Cups energy. Usually people hear Five of Cups and they're like, okay, don't do that, because look at look at what she's doing. Okay, this is going, those three cups are normally what the character in most decks are focused on. They're focused on the regret and they're focused on the spilled milk, but she's not. She is observing her already full cup. She's got her eyes on herself. She's got her eyes on the one cup. And when we do that, the love comes toward us. Okay. And this passion here, this red energy that connects all the way up into the moon, she's focusing on manifesting what she does want and not regretting anything about what has happened in the past or what she's had to walk away from to get there. Okay. Again, these are all souls are neutral, guys, just so we know that, using metaphorical or the universal we's, he's, and she's. Okay. So Five of Cups crossed by 10 of Pentacles. This is leaving a life. 10 turns into the ace. So there's an antiquated way of being the action that you're taking here in the air parts of your chart. This could literally even be leaving your childhood town, especially if you have air in your fourth house. Okay. That could be just simply moving homes. This could be dropping beliefs that have been handed down to us. Okay. Because you're like, no regrets, not a single letter. I am focusing on my own full cup because I know that's how I manifest what my desires in the moon are. The moon is our thoughts, our emotions, our feelings, how we manifest. And if we're focused on the regret, like most characters are in the Five of Cups, then we're just going to keep getting more of that energy. I'm focused on what I do want. So that's the action that you're taking. And we have that High Priestess and Hierophant energy there. No complaints there about that. Let's keep going here. What about our cups energy? Yeah, you're feeling yourself here. Wherever those three life areas in your chart are, you are feeling yourself. Here is the Empress energy. Okay. Little Beyonce vibes there. Also, if I have done your chart, if I've told you you have a bucket chart, that means that most of your planets, 8 or more out of the 10 mains, are on one side of your chart. Then you have 1 or 2 planets in the opposite. And that handle, okay, that handle is going to be where life is going to try to pull you toward to keep you balanced. I don't know why I'm getting that energy here, but it might relate to you if you have a bucket chart or a bowl chart. Our feelings are, I am feeling myself. I know why. Beyonce energy would be if you have the majority of your Big Ten on the left side. When you look at the chart, even though it's on the west part of your chart, it's called the Eastern Hemisphere. So if you have most of your planets on that Eastern Hemisphere or the left half of your chart, those are Beyonce vibes. Feeling myself. Okay. So how you're feeling now is you definitely feeling yourself here. Okay. You're like, dun, 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 dun. pairing with that energy is a little bit of nostalgia. This is can be sibling energy. There's twin energy here. This is a little different rendition of Six of Cups. It always does mean definitely a deep soul tie connection. Doesn't have to be about love because these are siblings, but the nostalgia energy there, that is a skeletal swan. Okay. So whatever this was, here in your life area, that swan has sung its song, which means that that is over. When the swan has sung its last song, that is said to mean that the swan then dies, okay, because it sung its last song. So whatever this nostalgia is, again, you're not looking back in anger. Oh, there we go. I want to know in the 3D what's coming on because you feeling yourself. We got lovers here coming into play here, and that's the energy of our day. This is a physical action. 5 of Pentacles. You are focused on your manifesting. This is a really interesting rendition too of this. This is like, I'm praying, Angie, keep asking. That's correct. Keep doing that. Okay. But what you're not seeing is all these blue ribbons. Those are the angels sending you messages. And we should be getting them when we're in this higher vibration energy. This blue ribbon, a blue ribbon winner. Because we've done all of this work, we've left behind, we've used our swords energy to leave or cut out something old that was time, money, energy, resources. That could just be leaving, taking the action to leave a job with no regrets here. But there's an awful lot of feminine energy, with all feminine energy here, except for the Gemini lovers. And the bottom, this is in the environmental energy coming around you. What you're asking for is trying to make its way to you. You just don't see it yet. Okay. You just don't see it yet. 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of hands here trying to bring you this offering. Maybe it's simply you got a lot of offers on the table, because when we feel ourselves and we don't have regret, we're not looking back in anger. As a matter of fact, we're focusing on purposely filling our cups. That's what brings the Queen of Cups in our vicinity here. Man, double Queen of Cups on the table. That's why I like using multiple decks, because that way we can look at the synchronicities going on as well. Hierophant, High Priestess twice. Yeah, it's like what you've been praying for here in these air parts of your chart and the pentacles, the actual 3D is coming. What you're doing is working. Keep doing it. Keep eye on the prize. That's right. Good, Crystal. Focus on your cup. I mean, that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing, and it's working. So I'm here to affirm that for you here. It is working because this feminine King of Swords is very focused. She is plucking the stars from the sky. She's not just hoping, okay, and expecting her hand to fill up all on its own. Air signs, you're doing the work. And no matter if we have any planets in our air chart, we all have 3 life areas that are air filled, okay, where we are using our intellectual nature. But look at air signs getting into the feels. I like it. I like it. It's very decisive. I know what I want. I know what my stars are, and I am not being distracted from that. That is beautiful. Okay. Wow. That's quite the story there, air signs. Okay, now let's go into our all feelings, our cups energy. What wanted to get left behind? Passion. We leaving behind some kind of a fresh start. Boy, that 10 of Pentacles. You don't know how many times I shuffled this deck. 5 of Cups energy there again. This is again focus. This and that are true. No, we can no longer be with that energy. Okay. But that doesn't mean that the love wasn't there. Okay. In our cup. That might have been just even a family member. You might have had to put some boundaries up. That could have been a childhood friend. Okay. It feels like family boundaries or someone who felt like family. That maybe that's has been coming for quite a while. All right. Why we got Knight of Pentacles here for the energy of water signs? Well, our feelings all over the place. There's the Five of Cups. And Three of Wands. That came out last night as the recent past energy. It's like examining how we can divert our focus to the Two of Cups because the answers, the lighthouse is behind her. We do have to say goodbye to things. We do have to have forgiveness. We do have to understand that not all lessons or not all energies we are meant to hold on to forever. Okay. Sometimes it's not forever, and that might have left us confused here. More emotional fragmentation, maybe a little afraid of our own shadow, but yeah, we're afraid we're going to get clobbered again. Here, you're like, oh, I just know something is kabrewing. Not necessarily. Okay, this is releasing and letting go so that partner can come in. The Chariot. This is the energy of tomorrow. We got to actually, I talked about the Ten of Swords in this deck in particular, letting the spirit of that energy resolving, coming to peace, because whatever you have been asking for in those water portions of our chart, she's ready to pop here. She's very, very pregnant. This idea, this passion project. But we've got to clear some space here, water signs, or in those water portions of your chart. Let's get it through more. Well, I can't cut my deck if I keep, that's the third five. Okay, this is fixed energy, the fives. Okay, that is fixed energy. We're being a little bit stubborn of, I don't want to see what else is out there because I want to just cry my Wheaties. Mars retrograde. Especially depending on where Mars is located currently in your chart. Look for 24 degrees Cancer, see what life area that is, and maybe we've just got a fixed mindset, and we're unable to see what's on offer here because we've been slow, okay, to let something go. But the Knight of Pentacles, you're going to get there, water signs. It's the most reliable knight of all fours. It's the senior knight. Yes, we're going to be slow here to some kind of truth, but think how far beneath the ocean. That's a pristine piece of truth there that has never been uncovered because it's very, very deep in the emotions. It's very deep in the ocean. Moon energy, and there's the healing siren sending her song out through the waves of the ocean to be emitted to others. Okay, man, oh man, that Cancer, Mars and Cancer. We've only got till the first week in February, guys. See, it is messing some ish up. Maybe some truths we knew but didn't want to see there with that Tower and Swords energy. Took a wrong turn and found surprise awaits. I love that line in that song. When the walls come down, a Western girl with Eastern eyes took a wrong turn and found surprise awaits. Now there's nothing in the way. Okay, there's some walls here still, these water areas of your chart. Give me three more so I can. It's like we want to say, but we don't like this. I got you. I've got a stellium in Cancer. Believe me, I know. I know. But remember that we know we're flying above the energy, lovers. Okay, it's a choice. We can either stay in the ocean, okay, stay all up in the fields, or we can get grounded here and get onto the land. That would be her deciding to take the fool's journey out of the ocean and into land. Another castle energy, which is tying me back to that earth energy of the King of Pentacles. Okay. Some kind of surprise is lying in wait. What you've manifested is coming in. Just please double check how you're manifesting and that we're not kind of focused or hyper focused on that fixed energy of the fives. Okay. King of Cups. We've got to be balanced in mind and heart. Okay, there's diplomacy here that is needed, and we keep getting distracted. Who, me? Couldn't be. All right. Boy, oh boy. Like, what's that called? Like verbal diarrhea, water signs. It's like, they just want to, I hear you. I, for one, hear you. I do. Okay. It's okay. It's going to be all right. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our deck cut. Okay. 3 of Wands was the card before the cut. Still, see, Mama Ange told you it's all going to be okay, and it is. There's our there's our 9 of Pentacles. You are wealthy and you are abundant, whatever way that is, for whatever that means for you. You have enough. Okay, it's pre-Empress energy. And even though we want to stay down in this little hidey hole, perhaps the head's coming up. Okay, this is like, take a look around you. Things are not as bad, okay, as they seem. It's that Mars retrograde energy making you feel some kind of way, especially in that Cancer part of your chart. Okay, so let's look at what we think. Wait, you already know. You've already planted these pentacles. I mean, she's already pregnant, so the baby's coming. Okay, this idea, this creative project, you've already it's just not time to harvest quite yet. That's all. Hold your horses or hold your seahorses. Okay, you already know this. 7 to 9 in your environmental energy. What actions are you taking here? This is what's happening around you. So you're just rejudging, like we saw. This has come up twice in the last couple days. It is allowing spirit to move you forward, and with the attitude of, if at first we don't succeed, we try again. Okay, you're not trying to bust no baby right now. Okay. Oh yes, you do, Judy. You're plenty. I know, patience. Everybody says that too. Like when we see the Temperance energy, we're like, oh no. But I feel like that's such a maybe when we're first learning how to read tarot. I mean, Temperance energy is very complicated. It's the key, it's the puzzle piece, right? That little missing puzzle piece that will lead us to our peace. And that takes time. It takes a lot of time to be able to get to the point of celebration. Okay, and it's more than just dipping a toe in, it's pouring back. Okay, once we are pouring into ourselves, then we're able to give in a way that is healthy. So the actions that you are taking, you're reconfiguring here. And this is redefining what a foundational energy 3 of Pentacles means to you. That's collaborative. And I do see the frog here as part of the team, which we saw somewhere here. Someone was taking a leap of faith. I forget where that was, the full energy, but that's what that frog energy is. This opportunity for you to leap is coming. The actions we need to take, we need to move some things around. We need to move our thoughts, our ideas around just a little bit. Okay. What about as far as our Ace of Cups? Oh boy, I feel like we've had enough of cups here for water signs, but I think you'll see that as good news. When we balance our energy, okay, it's already been planted. Don't get impatient. Just because it's slow doesn't mean that it's not coming. It is coming. It is coming. Okay, it's already in your environmental energy. It's already here. Okay, this teamwork in these water areas of your life. And as far as cups, when you hold the correct vibrational emotion, okay, then one comes and swims up to meet you. You don't have to do anything. Bottom of the deck. We just had to be a little bit more meticulous with how we are unpacking things. So if it hadn't been for this mermaid, that this is my giant high priestess of the ocean, and we just needed a little bit of help here unpacking these shadows. It takes a lot of strength to balance our inner energy, half of the 8, so that our outer energy starts to come into fruition. Okay, our vibration is changing. We just wait for then the efforts of that to get there. It takes a lot of time. Imagine how massive, I mean, a whale's going to be bigger than our house. How long would it take you to snip one little piece of net at a time to help free this intuition, this whale, this spirituality? That he would have never gotten to the top and got breath had it not been for these meticulous efforts. So again, that's a lot of inner strength here that it's taken for whatever is happening there in those areas of your chart. It's taken a lot of time and effort to get there from whatever life areas these are in your chart. And perhaps we continued to repeat the same patterns for a while until we didn't, until we realized nobody's going to do this for us. I got to unpack this one little net piece at a time. Okay. And the 9 of Wands in this deck, that this dude works 24 hours, 7 days a week to keep those lit. So whatever this is, guys, whatever stinking thinking, whatever fixed energy of the 5s of mindset was that we had going in that direction, that had to change before this baby could be born. Okay. It's coming. This creative energy is coming. It's already here. We just had to shift our emotional attachment. Maybe there was some detachment and some changing of patterns that had to go on to bring this in. Let's see what's happening in the 3D. My work is done here. High Priestess, a third time. So look at that full moon. Gorgeous. Okay. High Priestess energy. She is the master creator. And what I say, this whale is the high priestess of the ocean. And because that's in our emotions, we've unpacked this to attract energy that is balanced with our own. Here comes the intuition on high vibing, high alert in the actual 3D reality. Okay. And we put those 9 of Wands. It's been a long time coming. This has been a lot of work, and you exhausted. Okay. But you attracted in somebody pretty hot. That's King of Wands energy, Leo energy, to match with this 8 strength. Okay. 8, 9, 10 will be mutable fire, Sagittarius energy here as well with that 9 of Wands. That's a lot of dedication and commitment to this, to getting these pieces to help this whale or your high priestess come online. It's been a lot of work. Okay. But the 3D reality, you've already done all the work. Just because it's taken a long time to get here doesn't mean it wasn't coming. Got to have faith. Okay. I see it. I want it. It's mine. Your vibration changes, and hello. Hello, hotness. Okay. All right. My good golly. Let's get some advice for every sign here. So I'm going to go through the zodiac, all 12 signs, starting with Aries, and we're just going to either apply this to ourselves or a person around us, any kind of partnerships. Maybe it's someone that we work with. The bucket. Oh, yeah, the smiley face. The smile is the group of planets. Yep, that's a great way to say it. The nose is across the chart alone. The smile is, yeah, the smile is the bucket. The eyes or the nose would be up where the handle is. So if we have most of our planets in that bucket, 8 or 9 planets, and then we have 1 or 2 planets up top, that is the handle. Because you have so much energy down here, the life focus, the way we stay balanced is focusing on the handle of the bucket. Thanks, Miss Jude. See, you know a lot. That's awesome. I love that. I love that you guys are so well versed, because that tells me that you are taking charge and we're using it as the tool that it really is there for us. Okay, let's see. So we're going to go Aries all the way through to Pisces energy. The top of the deck will be, you can consider it your energy or theirs. The bottom of the deck can be the yin and yang. So the top could be the yin, bottom could be the yang, for example. If you're like, nope, I'm just fine in my independent energy, then this is going to be our own inner yin and yang. Okay, our own Empress and Emperor energy. 2 and 1. Let's see where we go. All right, Aries through Pisces. Let's do it. Okay, Aries, top of the deck. It's all an act, okay? And there's a little mini camper van. Maybe someone's camping out in that Aries part of your chart on the bottom of the deck. So if that is your yin, or you're considering that your person, this would be you. So you get it. Okay. Options are kept open, okay? And let's look at Taurus energy. You love me. And if there's some sage and Palo Santo here, maybe some healing and cleansing is being done. Bottom of the deck or pairing energy. There are other priorities. Let's look at Gemini. Some people never change, and there are big waves happening here, maybe some turmoil in the Gemini section of our chart. Environmental energy or opposing force, lessons are being taught. Lessons are being taught. And those are beautiful roses there. Let's look at Cancerian energy. We will overcome this. We did have that 2 of Cups energy, as well as this strength and the King of Wands. Underneath the King of Wands is the Lovers that we saw in the pre-shuffle, just FYI there. So we will overcome this bottom or opposing energy. There will be a return. There will be a return. Took a wrong turn and found surprise awaits. Let's look at Leo. Triggers. So underneath the tip of the iceberg, what are these buried triggers here? Especially there, those are unpacking them and being very meticulous at discovering what they are. Okay, what we react to that is out of proportion with the stimuli. Okay, opposing energy, accept for all it's worth. Those triggers stir up some ish for a reason. Okay, they stir up our emotions and that tumultuousness for a reason, so they can come to the surface to be healed. It takes a lot of time and a lot of courage to do that. So good for you there, Leo energy, if you're working on that, or if someone is triggering that in you, that's there for you to heal now. Virgo, trust the universe. I love this card. So beautiful. Beautiful sun energy there, shining its rays. Opposing energy, ignoring the pain. Can't ignore it. We're not going to throw it in the moon and pretend it's not there. Okay. We are letting the sun, we trust the universe that it's there for a reason, and we're not ignoring that. We are unpacking that. Okay. One little piece at a time. Virgo, then on to Libra energy. Okay, Libra energy says you still miss me. So someone thinks that you still miss them, perhaps. Opposing energy, karmic. Okay, and that is South Node, which is don't let our past hold us back. So this seems to be a return energy there in the Libra portion of your chart. South Node energy. That means, just so we know, we review, karmic doesn't mean good or bad. It's either of those things, or it's all lessons. Sometimes it's a lesson for us to heal or get a reward for rewards we've done that we brought with us from the past lifetimes. And sometimes they are energies that we need to balance in this lifetime because our meat sack last time didn't make the right decisions. Maybe our meat sack this time would have. Scorpio, what's up? Scorpio, you moved on here with that crescent moon waning energy. We are coming up to that here this weekend. Right now, we are still in the third quarter moon energy where we're making adjustments and where we need to let go. Okay. Opposing energy there, Scorpio. Second option. There's another option coming, especially if you moved on here. Sagittarius, I need to reach out. I need to reach out. Someone's maybe been putting something off or knows that they need to, but haven't. Opposing energy, I am their light. Okay. Take that for what it is. Either this person is like, I am their light. There's lightning bugs here, but they're trapped in a jar. Okay, Sagittarius, either you're feeling trapped here in your feminine energy and you need to reach out with your masculine. Take it as it resonates for you if you're applying this to yourself and a person around you if they're a Sag. Let's look at Capricorn. Capricorn, it is worth it. There are safety pins, a needle and thread, just like this King of Swords, feminine King of Swords for air signs here. Could be attached to one, could be the energy that we need to embrace. Okay, it is worth it. We need to fix something here or patch something up. Opposing energy, changes will be made. Yeah. Okay. Yin and yang. Let's look at Aquarius. There's some dirty laundry happen. Someone is unhappy, especially Aquarius energy here with that King of Swords. We saw all y'all embracing the cups in those life areas of your chart. And even if that makes somebody else unhappy, as long as there's no karma for us to be weary of, and we made clean breaks and it was for the best and highest good of all, doesn't matter. Influences and distractions on the yin or yang part of that energy, however you are applying this for you. And last but not very least, Pisces, you're saying never again. That is Kelly Clarkson, old school Kelly Clarkson. There's also the cherry blossom that always reminds me of Bath and Body Works, the Japanese cherry blossom. But that one little petal has a ripple effect, Pisces. So that one decision of whatever we decided was never again has a ripple effect, and then it's connecting into the cosmos here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 star points being connected. That one ripple leads to the next star, leads to the next star, leads to the next star. Again, the sun in Aquarius has an effect on all of us. Opposing energy, destined soul tie, one point connects to the next, connects to the next. North node is in Pisces. This is a north node energy. How cool is that? destined soul tie. So in that north node, we're stepping out of our comfort zone to transform. And right now we are at the Sabian symbol of 30, becoming whatever we idealize. So whatever you've drummed up here, it's that north node in Pisces is pulling us all towards whatever we idealize and away from rejecting the false and thereby discovering unusual powers of concentration in Virgo. We're being told to let go of anything that is false to us, because that is a skill we need to develop. Oh my goodness. So thank you guys so much for being here with me tonight. I love yeah, let's talk about this chart and it being a bucket. You can just Google, there's actually a really good book. It's one of those like it's like Astrology for Dummies or something like that. You know, the series of those books. I forget which one it is. But you can just Google bucket astrology chart or birth chart. What does having a bucket mean in your birth chart mean? You'll find more about that. Oh, good. Oh, thanks, Ed. I appreciate that. A nice little rabbit hole to dive into. You know, I love those. I keep looking at that Klimt, the kiss. The moon does move into Sagittarius energy, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time here. And again, like what you're knocking out of the park dreams, get in that energy. Maybe you just need to, you guys, pull up the painting by Gustav Klimt called The Kiss and get in the energy of what that would feel like. And that is our knock it out of the park dream of whatever makes us feel safe, comforted, surrounded, loved, abundant, okay, protected. That's where we want to go. The book, I think it might be called Astrology for Dummies. It's the whole series. It's like fill in the blank for dummies, building a house for dummies, pottery for dummies. They have the whole thing. But just Google it. Just Google it. There's so much information out there, but it's basically like when somebody has all their planets dumped within a few houses, and then you have that one or two planets up top being the handle. Putting our emphasis on the handle will help balance out and carry the energies of that bucket. Cafe Astrology has images. Thank you. Yeah, you'll see what that looks like there. Well, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. I'm so tickled that so many of you are here tonight. I appreciate that. I hope you are fabulously well. And I will see you guys. It's Friday already. Tomorrow, crazy, right? Oh my Lanta. I will see you guys live tomorrow night at 6. But in the meantime, thank you so much once again from my heart to yours. That is much love from me to you. Thank you guys. You're amazing. I appreciate you. Thanks for your energy tonight. And I will see you there tomorrow. You have a great night too, Kathy. Happy birthday. Bye, guys.